Hi everyone, my name is Rebecca. Welcome to my channel. Today, we're diving into building a canal in Blender. Drawn in by the charm of Manchester's waterways, I couldn't resist bringing a piece of that magic to my own projects. So, let's roll up our sleeves and turn inspiration into reality. Stay tuned for the journey, and let's make some waves together. Alright, let's kick things off by laying down the foundation. A simple plane that will serve as our canvas for creating a serene water scene. Inspired by the tranquil canals of Manchester, we're aiming for calm waters with high reflectivity. So, grab your seats as we embark on the journey of sculpting a digital water oasis. Let's make this reflection game strong and capture the essence of those peaceful canals. Time to set the stage. Using this block, I'll craft the borders of our canal. Now, check this out. Not only are we shaping the canal borders, but I'm also fine-tuning our perspective. The camera's getting into position to capture the essence just right. Inspired by Manchester's canals, this setup is all about precision and charm. Stick around as we craft the scene and bring you along for the ride behind the lens. Borders are set, and now it's time to breathe life into our canal. Greenery is on the agenda. Drawing inspiration from the lush surroundings of Manchester's canals, we're about to turn the scene into a green paradise. And now, let's bring nature into the mix. I'm adding a tree to our canal scene, and let me tell you, the options are endless. Taking a cue from the diverse flora along Manchester's canals, we're about to sprout some digital greenery. Join me in this arboreal adventure as we explore the possibilities and find the perfect fit for our virtual oasis. Fine-tuning is the name of the game. Check this out as I carefully adjust the trees to seamlessly blend into our environment. Taking cues from the lush, bushy trees along Manchester's canals, we're aiming for that perfect harmony. It's a bit like a seasonal trim, just like those summer days along the canal. Satisfaction achieved. Now that our trees are perfectly positioned, it's time to infuse some vibrant colors. I'm opting for lush greens to breathe life into the leaves and earthy browns to capture the essence of the bark. Inspired by the natural hues found along Manchester's canals, this palette is about to turn our digital scene into a visual masterpiece. Next up, precision and positioning. I'm selecting both the tree and leaves, gearing up to size them just right and find that sweet spot in our evolving masterpiece. It's all about getting the proportions spot on, mirroring the meticulous planning seen along the canals of Manchester. Hold on to your seats, folks. We've got the trees in place, but the journey's not over. Now, I'm diving into the nitty-gritty, testing the lighting and water reflections. Our current light is more of a point, but we're about to elevate it to sun status. Inspired by the ever-changing natural light, I'm going to set the light at an angle. The sun is on, but it's throwing a bit too much brightness into the mix. Inspired by the subtle play of light along Manchester's canals, we're toning it down to get that perfect, natural glow. Stay with me as we dial in the luminance, ensuring our digital canal is bathed in just the right amount of light for that picturesque touch. Before we continue this digital journey, I'd love your support. If you haven't already, please consider hitting that subscribe button and ringing the notification bell. It helps me bring more content your way, and you won't miss out on any future updates. Now, let's get back to shaping our canal masterpiece together. Time for a color tweak, my friends. That reflection on the canal is throwing a bit too much shine our way. Inspired by the calm waters of Manchester's canals, I'm dialing down the gloss to get that perfect, subtle sheen. Join me as we adjust the color palette, ensuring our digital canal reflects the serene beauty we've envisioned. Let's get the balance just right. Shifting gears, I'm now duplicating the trees to enhance the greenery in our digital landscape. Stay with me as we multiply and strategically position these elements to create a captivating and harmonious scene. It's all about finding the perfect balance in our virtual oasis. I'm introducing a default cube, and guess what? We're about to work some digital magic and transform it into a bustling factory. Join me as we mold this cube into a powerhouse, adding depth and diversity to our virtual world. Time to establish some boundaries. Here's our golden chance to introduce a fence, marking the division between land and water. Inspired by the practical yet aesthetic elements found along waterfronts, we're about to add that finishing touch. Shifting our focus to the green guardians. Now, we're diving deep into crafting the details of our trees and bushes. Inspired by the lush flora surrounding canals, we'll sculpt and refine, ensuring every leaf and branch adds a touch of natural elegance to our digital haven. Join me as we breathe life into the greenery, turning this virtual landscape into a vibrant, picturesque retreat. Leveling up the scene. I've just dropped another warehouse into the background, and here's the magic trick. It's all about depth. Inspired by the layered landscapes along waterways, this addition creates a sense of distance and perspective. Brightening things up a bit. I'm introducing a new species of tree to our scene, aiming to infuse a fresh burst of color and vibrancy. Inspired by the diverse foliage found along waterways, this addition is set to elevate our digital canal. Taking a cue from Mother Nature. Notice the diverse palette within our trees? That's not by chance. It's a deliberate move to introduce a range of colors and tones. Inspired by the organic beauty of natural landscapes, this diversity adds authenticity, breaking away from uniformity. Embracing a bit of chaos. Keep an eye out for a twist. I'll be shuffling some trees forward, injecting a touch of disorder into our meticulously crafted scene. Inspired by the untamed beauty of wild landscapes, this move adds a layer of randomness, making our digital grove feel more organic. Shifting our focus to the ground beneath our feet. Now, we're delving into the details of soil textures. Inspired by the rich and varied landscapes found along waterways, we'll be crafting a ground that speaks to the authenticity of our digital canal scene. Diving into the technical magic. Get ready for a node-tastic journey as I introduce noise textures and a bump texture to our soil. Inspired by the intricate details found in natural landscapes, these nodes will add depth and realism to the ground beneath our trees. Leveling up our textures. Now, we're introducing a color ramp to the mix, adding a layer of control and finesse to our soil palette. Inspired by the varied tones of earth along canal paths, this color ramp will help us achieve a seamless blend of hues. Cue the grand reveal. Feast your eyes on our evolving masterpiece. Not only have we added rich soil textures and diverse foliage, but I've also infused a sunset theme to set the mood. Inspired by the golden hour along canals, this transformation aims to capture the warmth and beauty of a setting sun. Plot twist. I've doubled down on the industrial charm by introducing not one but two warehouses to our scene. The magic here lies in depth. This addition creates layers and enhances the visual richness of our evolving masterpiece. Behold our current creation. With textured soil, vibrant greenery, and the introduction of dual warehouses, our digital canal has undergone a remarkable transformation. The sunset theme adds a warm glow, setting the perfect mood for our evolving masterpiece. But hold on tight because our journey is far from finished. Stay tuned as we continue to shape and refine, unveiling even more magic in the making. Shifting our focus to the flip side of the canal. The textured soil is already in place, setting the stage for what's to come. Inspired by the intricate details found along waterways, we're gearing up to bring life to the other shore. Check out the Skyward update. I've introduced some clouds into our scene using the world settings in the node section. Inspired by the dynamic skies often witnessed along canals, these clouds add a touch of realism and atmosphere. Building a foundation beneath our feet. I've scattered stones across the canal, strategically placed to bring a sense of depth to our scene. This addition not only fills the expansive emptiness, but also adds an authentic touch inspired by the natural elements found along waterways. Join me as we pave the way for a more dynamic and visually engaging canal landscape. Ground level transformation. Now, we're bringing our canal scene to life by adding lush grass and defining a pathway. Inspired by the picturesque pathways often lining canals, we're aiming to strike the perfect balance between nature and structure. Let's bring the foreground to life. I'm introducing a tree up close, a strategic move to enhance depth and perspective in our scene. Inspired by the framing techniques used in scenic canal views, this addition draws the viewer into the digital landscape. Time to make a splash. I'm adding texture to the water, a crucial step in capturing the open, windy environment we're aiming for. Inspired by the dynamic nature of canal waters, this addition will breathe life into our digital scene. Precision in motion. To control the water disruption, I'm introducing a new plane. This strategic move allows us to target and emphasize specific areas, mimicking the natural ebb and flow found in wind-kissed canal waters. Join me as we sculpt the movement, creating a dynamic interplay between the wind and our digital water canvas. Let's harness the power of intention in every ripple. Adding a touch of nature's poetry. Inspired by the cycle of seasons, I'm placing leaves on the water's surface to mimic the natural shedding of trees. These drifting leaves add a layer of authenticity, capturing the subtle beauty of falling foliage. time for a dose of imperfection. Brace yourselves, as I'm about to disrupt the pristine scene with potholes and a dash of graffiti. Inspired by the grit and character often found along urban waterways, this transformation adds an edgy, realistic touch to our digital canal. Join me as we embrace the beauty and imperfections, giving our scene a touch of authenticity and a story to tell. Injecting a human touch. Now, I'm introducing barriers and benches, bringing a touch of human presence to our digital canal. Inspired by the spaces where people gather and interact along waterways, these elements add a sense of community and purpose to our evolving scene. Join me as we shape an environment that not only captivates visually, but also tells a story of shared moments by the canal. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the journey of creating this digital canal scene. If you liked what you saw, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you won't miss out on future adventures. Until next time, happy creating!